Hello, hola, how are you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today's grocery day at my house, and what that means is that I have a whole bunch of groceries waiting to be put away. I thought it would be a good idea if I showed you guys how I cleaned all my produce, the meats, the boxes and the cereals and literally everything that we bought at the grocery store. Obviously, with everything going on, it's extremely important that we clean everything that comes back from any store, actually, not just your groceries. I think that we've done a pretty good job making sure that the second anything comes into our house, we clean it thoroughly. Even our Amazon packages. It's just extremely important that we take these extra precautions to make sure our family is safe. So I'm going to go through exactly what I do and how I clean everything thoroughly before I put them away in my kitchen. My husband actually just got back from the grocery store with a bunch of groceries, so I'm usually the person that does the grocery shopping because I am usually the one that cooks typically, but due to everything that's going on, my husband actually has been the trooper in our family, and he's the one that's been going out pretty much to do any runs of anything that we possibly need. So I've literally just been writing grocery lists for him, and he's done an amazing job getting everything and also a little more things that we probably don't even need. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started because there's a lot of groceries that are waiting for me. So if you're interested in hanging out with me and seeing how I clean everything, please continue watching, and don't forget to like this video and comment on this video so that way I know what you guys like to see from me, and of course I love interacting with you all. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so these are our bags of groceries that I am about to go take to the kitchen, but first is first. Okay, so now that I'm in my kitchen, the first thing I like to do is make sure I literally clear everything off from my counters, from my little island that I have back here, just because I want to make sure that I have, first of all, enough space to put all the groceries to really be able to go through everything and clean it, but also just to make sure that if there is any type of bacteria or any type of germs that I steer clear and just remove everything that I currently have on my surfaces. So let me go ahead and do that first before I get to cleaning everything. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to start taking everything out and putting it into categories. Now what I mean by categories is I'll put perishables on one side, I'll put all the meats on one side, all the fruits on one side. That way I can just go down the line of importance. I know it seems so extra, but it actually helps me get this done so much faster, believe it or not. Is I'm going to put away the things that I know need to go in the fridge the quickest, which will be my milks, eggs, and so forth. I actually had ice cream, but I quickly cleaned that before anything, so that's already in the fridge. But yeah, that's how I like to start. I just like to make sure all the things that should probably go first. So let me go ahead and get those cleaned. Also, before I continue, I wanted to show you guys the cleaning supplies that I like to have right here next to me while I'm doing all this, just so I know, just so I'm not going back and forth and wasting time, because this can be obviously really tedious. So what I usually have are Lysol wipes, and I like to have my Myers spray, some extra disinfecting. I know I'm so extra. Lysol spray here that I have, my to-go, but I'll use it here. Okay, so let's start. I'm back. So now we get to the fun stuff. So now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my sink to make sure it's nice and clean for me to be able to clean all my fruits and veggies and so forth. Because obviously there could be some residue from washing dishes, whether it be old food or whatever. So let me go ahead and do that. So first I'm going to start off with the fruits just because I prefer doing the fruits prior to doing the meats for obvious reasons, because meat you have to be very careful on how you handle it, so I like to make sure I save the meat for the absolute last, so that way as soon as I'm done with that I just clean everything up and call it a day. So I'm going to start off there and I'm just going to show you guys how I do it. So the first thing is I like to grab a big bowl. So I have this bowl here, and also just in case we need more, I have a second bowl as well. So sometimes for the fruits, I like to use two because I like to make sure that they're not just stuffed in there and they're able to move around, so that way the liquid, everything that's cleaning it, actually cleans it thoroughly. So let me go ahead and do that. So here I have this Eco's fruit and veggie wash. I had the Honest brand before, which I really liked. It leaves no flavor behind. So now I'm trying this one. This is my second time trying this. I don't mind it. I don't feel any aftertaste in my fruit whatsoever. But I kind of think I like the Honest one a little better. So if you bump into the Honest one, I would totally recommend this one. But this one's not that bad either. The reason why I got this one and not the one that I originally had was that I want to try something new. And not only that, but they didn't have it at my local supermarket. So yeah, I got this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill some nice cold water in my bowl. Okay, now that I have my water in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump a little bit of this. There's different ways that you can do it. You can actually just spray it on your fruits and vegetables in a colander and just rinse it around, but I like to leave it soaking for a little bit, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So I'm just gonna dump a little bit in here, not too much, a little bit goes a long way. So this is what it should look like. Nothing out of this world, just water and the liquid. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start dumping the fruits in. Okay, so this is what they should look like. So I have some strawberries here. See, there's enough room for them to get cleaned, and then here I have more strawberries and a couple berries in here as well. So I'm just gonna let these soak for a little bit. It depends, you can let them soak for anywhere 10 hours to 2 hours. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let these soak for a little bit, and then I will go ahead and rinse these out and store them. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clean my veggies. So I'm just gonna get a colander right here, and I'm gonna set this aside, and I will show you in a little bit what I need this for. Finished. That didn't take too long, did it? Only about like 3 hours. No, I think it took me literally an hour and 15 minutes, which I don't think is too bad, but it's also because we have a lot of groceries that we buy, just for the simple fact, like I said before, we don't really like to go out too often, so might as well get a big bunch to last us for a couple weeks. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys picked up some tips and tricks, and please remember, it is so important to clean all of your groceries, or just anything in general that comes from the outside in. But yeah, I hope that you guys like this video, and I really hope that you find this video useful and it helps you some way in your daily life. So I'm checking out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe so that way you guys see what I have in store for my next video. Bye!